Hey everyone, welcome to Awaken the Wonder podcast with me, your host, Evangelist Caleb Wampler of Kingdom Encounters International. I've seen hundreds of thousands of people come to salvation in Jesus in countries hostile to the gospel, witnessed impossible miracles, and regularly experience God's wonder. This show is an outflow of my life in ministry in the nations. Tune in weekly to hear miracle testimonies and encouraging stories from the fields of harvest from both me and my global ministry network. As we journey ahead, may you hunger for God as never before and awaken the wonder of your relationship with Jesus.
Flip over to Luke chapter 10 real quick. Luke chapter 10, verse 38 to 42. We have a fascinating passage here. It's the passage of Mary and Martha. Verse 38, Jesus and his disciples were on their way, and he came to a village where a woman named Martha opened her home to him. She had a sister called Mary who sat at the Lord's feet listening to what he said. But Martha was distracted by all of the preparations that had to be made, and she came to him and asked, "Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do all the work? Tell her to help me." "Martha, Martha," the Lord answered, "you are worried and upset about many things, but only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her." This is an amazing passage that gives insight into the heart of God. You know, Martha, I think, is a pretty cool person. She's doing everything she needs to do. She's what any pastor would want in their church. She's getting the potluck ready. She's going and getting all the invitations in the small group. She's going door to door for the evangelism stuff. She's getting everybody organized and ready. She even got Pastor Jesus, the local minister, to come to her house. I mean, come on, somebody. That's pretty cool. I think she's doing pretty good, right? She gets him to come. He's coming in, and she's getting everything ready. It doesn't even say she asked anybody to help her. She probably should have delegated a little bit more. Probably would have helped her out, you know. But here she is with Mary, and she goes to Jesus and says, "Lord, Lord, tell her to help me." She was distracted. She had too much going on. She was missing the moment of her visitation from the Lord, even though it was at her own home, even though she got him to come. He was coming maybe with an answer to that prayer she had been praying. He was coming with an answer because he is the answer. He was coming with deliverance because he is deliverance. He was coming with hope because he is hope, because he's joy, because he's peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. He is the Word became flesh who was slain before the foundations of the world. My friends, he is the gospel. He is the power. He is the revelation. He is the joy set before us. My friends, he is Jesus. And we need him with every breath that we have. We're calling out to him. Many of us on our knees in this very altar saying, "Lord, where are you? Lord, what do you want me to do? Lord, answer my call." And when he comes, so often we're distracted by everything else. Ooh, look, there's something shiny over there. Ooh, look, this opportunity over there. Oh, look, that cute boy or the cute girl looked at me. Oh my goodness, am I going to go on a date with them? What's going on? The church over here needs me. This volunteer thing. Should I go for the summer? Should I stay? We're distracted. And every single day we miss that moment to spend time with him when he just knocks. He says, "Hey, you want to spend some time with me?" "Oh, I don't have time for that right now, God. I got to go do this. I got to go do that. Got to get my homework done. I got to go over to the church. I got to go volunteer. My friends are hanging out tonight. I'll do it later when I get back." "Hey, do you want to spend time with me?" "I'll do it some other time, God." And we miss him. And we miss him. And we miss him. And he's coming at that moment of visitation for you, potentially with the life-changing encounter you have been praying for and crying for all of your life. He tells Martha something in that moment, and he says, "Martha, you are worried and upset and distracted about many things, but only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen it, and it won't be taken away from her." One thing is needed. Now, if Jesus says something to you, I think that's pretty important, right? he gives us a revelation in this moment. What does he say? One thing is needed. One thing. One thing is necessary. What was it? What was the one thing? It's just a couple of verses before. What is it? Mary was just sitting at his feet. She was listening to him. She was hanging on his every word. What does Peter say? Are you going to leave too? No, Lord. You alone have the words of eternal life. Where else would I go? We're looking for answers everywhere else. When all the while, the man with the eyes of the fire looks at you and extends his hand out to you and says, come with me. I'm going to send you and you're going to preach the gospel. You're going to drive out the demons. You're going to heal the sick and raise the dead. But who's willing to come with me? Is there anybody out there that wants to come and give their life to me? Is there anyone who wants to come and be with me? Is there anyone who wants to respond to my knocking? And we miss him. North Central. This is the time in the season to forsake all else for the joy of knowing Jesus, for the joy of knowing him. I can't tell you how many times I've come back to my room in hotels or motels or little huts or ground or like bugs everywhere, and I've given my life to this thing, and sometimes you don't get to stay in a nice place. Sometimes you think you're going to die in the room. It's more dangerous because of the 18 mosquitoes flying around in the one room. You don't think you're going to make it to the morning. And I come back after these moments where tens of thousands have responded to Jesus. And I get on my knees. And I say, Lord, thank you for the paralyzed walking. Thank you for the blind seeing. Thank you for demonstrating your power. Thank you for saving my life yet again when those guys walked in with guns again. Thank you for sparing me so I could come back home to see my wife and my 3 little kids who I love with all my heart. Thank you for another opportunity to give them a hug and to tell them I love them. Thank you for releasing your kingdom in this pagan nation where missionaries have gone long before, 1 or 2 at a time, and prayed for somebody to come. And I stand on the ground of their tears and on their prayers. And I get to reap what so many before me have forsaken and given their very lives for. And to watch tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands come to Christ. But when I get back to my room, I thank him for those things. And I get on my knees and I say, but Jesus, it's all about you. My favorite part of the day isn't even reaping that harvest. Can I tell you that? You need to hear this. Got a minute left and we're going to open these altars up. But if you got 1 minute left and you have to go, you're going to get there in about 1 minute. And listen to me. This is worth your everything. He is worth your everything. The power and the miracles and the signs and the wonders and the opportunities, they will come. But the best part of your day, the best part of your life is spending time with the one that you love. Because, my friends, the bridegroom is coming, the king is coming, the judge is coming, Jesus is coming back, and he's going to take his bride without spot or wrinkle, and I can't wait. But can I tell you something? I once heard Banning Liebscher say this. It was one of my favorite quotes, and then I added something to it. But he said, those who make Jesus, those who are famous with Jesus in the secret place will be the ones allowed to make Jesus famous in the earth. And I was like, come on, somebody. And then after this revelation, this is what happened. I said, and they won't care. Because it isn't about all that. It's about being in relationship with the one you love.
Thank you for listening to Awaken the Wonder. If you enjoyed today's show and want more ministry like this, please visit kingdomencounters.us, where you can find weekly blogs and my latest book, Hunger. Be sure to subscribe and follow me on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at the tag Evangelist Caleb Wampler. If the Lord leads you to partner with us in the nations in prayer and giving, visit kingdomencounters.us. I'll see you next time.